What's going on, Strat Soldier here for the weekend shift. What is going on? How you guys doing? Good morning, good morning. I gotta adjust some things and some stuff. Good morning, good morning. Thank you for everybody. Thank you for being here. Thank you. Let me see, I'm still adjusting some things. Hey, if you are new here, I need you to get a piece of paper and a pencil, okay? Because note takers are money makers, all right? I was telling the people last night that we're in the webinar last night. I usually do those on Wednesdays. I did that on a Friday to reschedule someone who couldn't make it on the original date. And then three other people came in. So we had a nice group, and it was a small group. So everybody got the attention that they needed. They learned how to identify actionable signals, identify time frame continuity, identify and then draw the broadening formations, and then learn how to trade and create trading plans based on those broadening formations, actionable signals, time frame continuity, just like it was taught by Rob Smith. No weird stuff, no strat plus this, no fair value gaps crap, no Fibonacci's thingies. No weird domino effect crap. We didn't teach any of that mess. We taught it exactly like Rob taught it. We look for who's in control on the month, and then we look for we look for actionable signals on the week and the day that's going to reconfirm what we're seeing on the month. Come on now. You can't hear me. You can't hear me. Mic check. Is this thing on? Mic check. It is. I got my old Strat shirt on. The Strat. That's what I'm talking about. That's from old Sepia Group days. And I was in there with Rob Smith. I worked directly with Rob Smith for about a year and 2 years. 2 years with Rob Smith. All right. And that was working with him directly, teaching the Strat, doing the weekend shift with him. All right. Directly, we talked all the dang time. Let's see here, pop the chat out. So them other suckers want to tell you that, oh, he don't do this and he don't do that. Bo knows this and Bo knows that, but Bo don't know jack because Bo don't strat. All right. They can say whatever they want. I let them talk. I wasted a lot of time trying to battle these people, and I'm not doing that no more. It's a waste of time. It's time to. It came into 2024, into 2025, and I was like, it's time to get those results. Let the results speak for themselves. We got Terry Baker in the house. We got Katie. What's up? We got Kate, we got Gulliver's Travels is back out here. We got Dub Jones in the house, Justin Wilson. We got Lucy, what's up? Lucy, you got some splaining to do. Lucy, what's this strat stuff? You got some splaining to do. I don't know what's going on with my lighting. I'm going to leave it. It's fine. We got Marlon B in the house. Where you been, Marlon B? Where you been? It's okay. So this week was a little interesting. It was interesting because it's 2 down on the month and things have just been just falling, all right? And it was full time frame continuity to the downside most of the month. And then, we had some news, the president said he's going to back off on tariffs. Other countries are like, let's make a deal. Let's do some things. We got Justin Davis in the house. What's going on? He is a strat warrior. He's in that little membership section. He's going to get those. He's been getting those. I did a macro vid for the second quarter, and I'm going to do a coaching session right after the strat. Right after the weekend shift today, and I'm sure Justin will be in there. And those coaching sessions are like little mini one-on-one sessions. I mean, you ask me your questions, we're going to go over it. Anyway, that is so it's been an interesting week, and things went straight back to the upside in their face. All right, and we're going to talk about the charts in a minute. What I want to talk about is time frame continuity. With time frame continuity, remember, it's always like the weather. It's always there. All right, so you have to look at the weather. You have to look outside. You have to see what's going on. Is it still raining? Is it still raining outside? Am I going to cancel this fishing trip because it's still raining? Nah, sun's bright. Sun's bright outside. Okay. and the week started turning green. Marlon B got in there on Tuesday. It was like, hey, who's in control? The buyers or the sellers? Look at that week. And it wasn't 2 up on the week yet. I remember telling him on Twitter, I was like, hey, I'd rather see this thing go 2 up on the week. But yes, it is green. The buyers are in there. The buyers are in there. All right. And then the 60s, the daily, and the 60s and the dailies kept reconfirming what we're seeing on the week, that the buyers were in there. Now we have a scenario 3 on the week. Remember, that's called a fractal triangle. On a smaller time frame, that's a broadening formation. All right, so a lot of scenario 3s on the week for this week, a lot. We had a hard time trying to find actionable signals for the weekend shift because at the end of our webinar, you have to show me a trading plan based on the actionable signals. All right, based on time frame continuity, broadening formations. Why do you want to take this trade? Why do you want to do it? And then one of the traders last night trades Forex. All right, looking at the Australian dollar. All right. The Strat works on anything that trades, and so we had a really good time last night. I was telling you, we were talking about the time frame continuity and change. So time frame continuity was all red, and then you see it all change. All right, and eventually, now we have buyers on the week, the day, and the 60s, and we're going to be looking for May. Is it going to change all the way and go back full time frame continuity to the upside? This is Mr. Failed to Rev Strat to the upside. This guy right here, he has a free ebook out now. Go check him out on Twitter. And I'm supporting this guy because he also supports me. And he says, over the past few years, I've learned so much from Rob Smith and Cyberdog 2. That's me, the Strat Soldier. But the real turning point came when I focused solely on 2-2 reversals. That's when everything changed. I was able to quit my job a year ago, and now I live my life on my own terms. Thank you. And you're welcome. You're welcome. All right, and I said he had an ebook out there. I'm going to grab it myself because it's free right now, so I'm going to grab me one. I want to work with people. You don't have to just trade the Strat for me to talk to you. I just want to say that right now. You don't have to just trade the Strat, but I want you to be able to walk your talk. All right, if you're talking about selling options, then show me. If you're talking about you trading, support and resistance and how you make it work for you, show me. All right, walk the talk, because I do the same thing. All right, and I've been doing it. I just got to keep, just keep chugging along, doing the thing. So this guy's been doing the thing. He loves failed twos. What's a failed 2? That's when the price goes 2 up, and then the buyers go, we had enough. And then they start selling it and it goes red. All right, it goes red back to the downside, all right? And then has the potential to become a scenario 3. Same thing on the opposite direction. It goes 2 down, and then the buyers on a smaller time frame go, we got this. And then failed 2, meaning it was 2 down, and then starts going back to the opposite direction, going green, all right? And that's what we're seeing on the week, this week. And this guy was all over it. He was all over it. So, Mr. Failed to Rev Strat. Dub Jones is in the house. He says, I love Mr. Failed too. Us Stratters are growing. Yes, we are. It's growing again. It's growing again. It got a little rough when we lost Rob, but we're sticking to it. And I tell you right now, everybody out there that's watching, whether you trade the Strat or not, when you do trade the Strat, you keep Rob Smith alive. You do. Why? Because we use his vernacular. We use the trades and setups that he taught us, and we are laughing at the charts just like he would. All right? We don't just go, oh, I got stopped out. Oh, I got stopped out. No, we go, I'm out. I don't know what's going on here. Cut it. Cut it. And then we get right back in if it sets back up, or we go find something else. In your face. In your face. We love watching Jim Cramer talking about, oh, this is the time for this stock, and we looking at the month going, no, it's not. No, it's not. No, it is not. I love it. I love it. So keep trading the Strat. Let's see here. We also got sleeping. Marlon B says he was sleeping 8 a.m. in Vegas. Man, that sounds cool. That sounds cool. Made a great oh, okay. JD Justin Davis says I made great money on 2-2 reversals and 2-1-2 reversals this week. Good. That's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about. Doing the thing. Doing the thing. Dub already said. Dub Jones says he loves Mr. Failed to. Yeah, he's doing great. Failed to rev. I got 4 more minutes for my intro. I'm probably just gonna take 2 because we got to keep it moving. And let me see here. I got the things on my watch. You know, we all got these, you know, most of us have these little smart watches that have all these like notifications and all that stuff. Wouldn't it be awesome to look at your notification and go, okay, TradeStation says I'm in on this trade. All right. How do you do that? You use stop market buy orders. Stop market buy orders. That's what I did on Tesla. Let's go look at Tesla real quick. Let's go look at Tesla. All right, Teslers. Rob used to say Teslers. So Tesla been having a hard time, all right? And what I did right here on the week, now it's full time frame continuity to the upside. Really strange, huh? Well, not too strange. It's just the month is green now. The month is green. The buyers are starting to come back in here. Here's a scenario 3 on Tesla. This is a 1-3. All right, let me blow this up for the kids and turn the Strat labels on for the kids in the back. The kids in the back are throwing spitballs. You know, they're making jokes. They're pointing at each other like, look, he's got SMAs on. Like they're making fun of each other. We're all in here for a reason, but we're all having fun at the same time. All right, a 1-3 is a 1 bar rev strat. It's on that strat combo sheet. I'm gonna redo that thing, so it's easier to read. But a 1-3, that's a 1 bar rev strat. This is important. Why? Because the buyers took it down, 2-1-2 down, and then right back up in your face. All right, right back in their face. All right, right back up in their face. So if they had puts, if they were short selling this, you know, and they started coming back up, hopefully you know where to put your stops. If you don't know, keep watching. And then hopefully you get out of a losing position and you go back the other way, or you just leave it alone. You're like, okay, I'm gonna wait till this scenario 3 closes, and then I'm gonna see who's the more aggressive participation group next week. And that's okay. That's okay. My actionable signal, or the actionable signal, is this inside bar. That's the actionable signal, and it went in force at 261.79. 261.79. I put my stop market buy order right there, and then while I'm at work doing the thing, I get a notification. On my little smartwatch thing, TradeStation, open position, and your order triggered for Tesla. I'm in, and I go back to work. Oh, okay, cool, thanks. Go back to work. That's how trading's supposed to feel. It's not supposed to feel like, where's my phone? Oh, okay, I'm just gonna buy these options. I'm just gonna buy it because it's working right now. That's not trading. That's gambling. All right, you can use stop market buy orders on options. All right, I use TradeStation. Other people use Webull. Other people use Thinkorswim. Take some time over the weekend. Find out what kind of orders you can use, what kind of things the capabilities of your trading platform. Make it work for you. All right, make it work for you. That's going to do it for my intro. Let's look at what happened this week. What had happened? Let's look at what had happened. All right. We got some people in the chat. If you're not in here in the chat, you're missing it, because there are some good conversations in here. Let me see here. Hold on a second. Anybody get any good trades? We got Justin Davis. I had some good trades. I got in on Tesla and a few other things. I'm still in VeriSign and Celsius. We'll go look at those charts if you want. On Sunday. I say Sunday because usually Sundays are my times to be at home or be with my family, hang out. But if I get 5 super chats in here, we'll do a Q&A on Sunday, all right? And we'll do it for everybody, not just the members, all right? We'll do it for everybody. So let's go look at SPY. What happened? What had happened? What had happened was SPY. All right, let me turn this off. If there's too much stuff on the charts, even you stratters, if there's too much stuff on the charts, turn it off. Turn it off. Okay? Where's my learning line at? Where's my learning line? April 21st. All right, that's going to mark Monday. All right, that's marking Monday. There's my learning line. There's my learning line. All right. That's my learning line. All right, so this is SPY. I have four time frames up just like this when I trade every time. The month, the weekly, the daily, and the 60. And this shows me what? Come on, kids, say it out loud.
Time frame continuity.
Time frame continuity, okay? And again, it's like the weather. It's always there. Right now, still red on the month. I know this learning line is kind of making it a little awkward to see, but it's still red on the month. And let's see if we can move it just for a little bit. It's forming a hammer. Forming a hammer. Now, we have a couple days left, and then we have the first few days of May. Whole new month. So we're going to see where this opens. We're going to see where it opens, and then if this closes as a hammer, we'll see what it wants to do. I don't want to get too excited yet, but it could go 2 up on the month. And if it does, that's where we want to be. All right, that's where we want to be. Here's the week. Oh, let me put my line back where it was. All right, here's the week. It's this week, scenario 3. All right, again, that's a 1-bar rev strat. If you follow 8x trades, he likes to trade the 1, 2, 3. He calls that the 1, 2, 3, see you later. That's what he calls that thing. All right, and you can, with us here on the weekend shift, I just call it the 3-2. All right, you can trade a 3-2. What's a 3-2? What's a 3-2? A 3-2 is a scenario 3 and then a 2 up. Easy, right? Easy. See, I told you the lessons are easy here. So it goes 3-2. You can trade this. You can trade this, and you're going to trade it very similarly to a 2-2 reversal, because you're going to put your stop. Your entry is going to be above that 3, and you're going to put your stop right below, right about there, about. Okay. It depends on what you're trading, how you're trading, and your how much size. You can always tighten up the stops. You can always tighten them up. But you can do it like this because you know the more aggressive participation group, it's the buyers. If it does this, the more aggressive participation group is the sellers. What you don't want is this, and this is why Rob thought this was trading the 3-2 was a very aggressive strategy. All right, he didn't really recommend it for the new people. In Kung Fu and Karate Kid terms, he didn't really recommend it for. He didn't recommend it for the white belts, all right, or the yellow. You know, he's like, yeah, maybe the yellow belts, but not the white belts. You're brand new to the dojo. You don't get in here and start getting wrecked. I tell people all the time, you come into my webinar, you need to think about it like a self-defense class. Like you're learning some stuff to get out of a bad situation. You're not learning stuff to go save the day. All right, you're not, not yet anyway. It takes practice and time. I can show you how to get out of a hold, and I can show you, oh, this guy's got you in a headlock. What you gonna do? Well, you're gonna do this and that. You know, I can show you all that. But what you don't want to do is go, oh, there's a fight over there. Let me go save the day, because you will get wrecked. All right, you ain't ready for that yet. You ain't ready. Terry Baker almost got his black belt. He can help. And even Terry's gonna go, let me back up out of this. Back up, Terry. He's like, I don't know, man. He's got a broken beer bottle. I'm not getting in that. Oh my goodness, 3-2 Rev is in the house. Thank you so much. Wow, using that super chat. Man, I was just talking about you. I don't know if you were in here, but I was just talking about you. I was. And I was telling them about your ebook. And thank you so much for being in here, throwing a super chat in there, giving me a thumbs up. Thank you so much. Thank you. 3-2 Rev. Thank you so much. That was awesome. Mr. 2, How do you say that? Mr. 2F Rev. How do you type it in the chat? How do you say that? How do you want me to say it? But I was just talking about you. That's awesome. I'm so glad you're in here. So you don't want this thing to go inside week like this and get stuck. All right, because it can do that. So if you're going to trade a 3-2, it's gotta get out of here. Now, since Mr. F2 Rev is in here, we're talking about these failed twos and how you like to trade these failed twos. So when it was red, this was red, and then started coming back up green. Now, it has the possibility of becoming an outside week. I don't necessarily teach looking for that, to trade it like that, but some people do. All right. Mr. F2 Rev is in the house. All right. Daily Q is in the house. Heck yeah. Very good. Very good. Very good. Thank you so much for being in here. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Here we go. All right. 3-2 up on. So next week we're looking for a 3-2 up. Now, for you, the weekend shift crew, you know that's not necessarily a actionable signal for us. We just know it's a possibility, and we can do that. All right. That's what we want to look at. That's what we're going to look for. There is an actionable signal. We'll get to it in just a second. Continuing on what happened this week, here's our learning line. All right, here's Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. Very good week, and it all started with a 2-2 reversal back up. Let's put the labels on for the kids in the back. Bam. All right, 2-2 reversal back up. 2-2 reversal back up. All right. This is actually a Rev Strat. All right, inside bar, 2 down, 2 up. That's actually a 2-bar Rev Strat. 2-2 reversal, all right, back to the highs. And that all started at 521.70. Very good. If you put your stop right here at 519, no reason to get out. No reason to get out. Before I go too far, Mr. F2 Rev, the rules are if you use a super chat, I got to stop what I'm talking about to talk about what you want to talk about. So whatever you want to talk about, whatever ticker you want to look at, put it in there. Put it in there. I got to stop what I'm doing to talk about what you want to talk about, all right? There you go. Bam, to the highs. We got Beach Bum in the house. Very good. Very good. Good morning. Good morning. And then here's your 60s. Here's your 60s, all right, for the whole week. All right. Here's Monday. Boo. And then 2-2 reversal back up. Excuse me, that's actually a gap up. It continues on. And then the rest of the week, gap up again, continue on. Breakaway gap. I had a problem. Is anybody in here from last night? I'm not sure. I blanked on this last night. This is actually called a breakaway gap, where it starts a whole new trend, breakaway gap. All right, here's another one, to the highs. Marlon B's in the house. Uh-oh, Marlon B's in the house. Thank you so much, super chat. Thank you. Marlon B says, hold on a minute. Isn't a 3-1-2 a continuation? Yes. And he also says, is a 3-2-2 a 3-2-2, it's a reversal, right? Yes. Very good. They're learning. You know, it makes me happy. It makes me happy in my heart. All right, here we go. Let's do it right. All right, let's do it right. I gotta do some teaching here. All right. Here we go on the 60s. The best thing about the strat is when we talk about these reversals, we don't have to go back. We don't have to scrunch up our charts like this and look for a bull and look for the handle. We don't have to, look back 20 weeks behind and measure the volume. We don't have to do all that. All right, we don't have to. This is a 3-2-2 right here. Let's put the labels on for the kids in the back. All right, bam. 3-2-2, kind of hard to see. Let me see if I can zoom it in. If you got me on your big screen, don't worry. I'm not going to say no wordy dirds. This is a family show. 3-2-2. Scenario 3, 2 down, 2 up. All right?
The 3-2-2.
That is a reversal. Yes. Now, let's go back to the weekly chart. If we get, where's my imaginary candle? Let's imaginate a candle right here. Let's make it green so it makes sense. All right. I'm gonna move this guy. If this thing goes 3-2 up next week, yes, a 1-3-2 is a continuation. All right. This 1-3 was the reversal. Rev Strat, 1-bar Rev Strat. That's the reversal. This is the continuation. Yes. So if I said it wrong, since Marlon B caught it, it makes me feel like I said it wrong. So if I said it wrong, I apologize. All right. I apologize. This is a continuation, and what you would trade it like a 2-2 reversal, all right? Meaning, this is my entry right above the scenario 3, and then my stop is going to go about right here, all right? Depending on, this is a weekly chart, so depending on how you trade, your account size and how you trade, adjust your stops accordingly. You can always make them tighter. But yes, this would be a 3-2 up continuation of the price to the highs. The buyers are the more aggressive participation group. And then just to reiterate, what you don't want is the price to get stuck in here and then just be nasty for weeks. Can I double? Nope. I was gonna see if I can like copy that. Can I copy it? Clone. Uh-oh. Give me another one. Uh-oh. All right. You don't want this type of situation. You don't want this. All right, because what is this? Now this creates a mother bar situation.
That's a mother bar issue.
Mother bar issue. Now you're getting stuck in here. Now you're all like, oh, the strat don't work. All right, you're getting stuck. You're getting stuck in the scenario 3. Be careful. Can someone show me how I can share this live? You can always, if you go to the top, well, I can see my own, like, how to share and all that stuff. If you just, like, go to the YouTube, and then, like, there's buttons in there. You know, at the bottom, you'll see share. Click share. Throw it on Twitter. That'd be great. Awesome. Because I forgot to actually put it on Twitter. So thank you for everybody being in here. Thank you so much. Thank you. Let's see here. Beach Bum says, thank you again for joining us on our live stream this morning at Fairchild. Okay. All right. So much valuable information in the chat. Yep. Thank you. So what you don't want is get stuck in something like this. All right. We don't want that. That's mother bar problem. All right. We don't want that. We want the price to keep going. All right. Keep going. Now a 3-2-2 situation would look like this. I'm going to illustrate it one more time. We're going to keep on moving because I got a lot to talk about. A 3-2-2 situation will look something like this. All right.
The 3-2-2.
All right. Scenario 3, 2 down, 2 up. Back in their face. Back in their face. All right. And then this one, we'll just get rid of that one. But there you go. There's your nice 3-2-2 back up. All right. And then but you would still be trading it like a 2-2 reversal. This is your magnitude. All right. Their magnitude's 551. You want this scenario 2 to at least hit this. If it goes past that, no reason to get out. Here's your second target, 567. All right, that's how you trade that. That's how you do that. Marlon B, thank you so much. Good questions. Questions. Mr. F2 Rev says, give me XOM double inside day. Okay, looking at that. All right. Since he put that super chat in there, we'll go to XOM Mobile, which is in what sector? Come on now, XLE. Now, he says he's looking for that double inside day. Now, you know me. I'm going to say this thing is stuck doing nothing. But that inside bar lets me know that's an actionable signal. It could do something, all right? Let's see what they want to do. Right now, 2 down on the month. And no actionable signal for next week. It's trying to get back up this wall of woe. It's trying to get back up this thing. All right. Oh boy. All right. A good thing is it's back into this level of reclaim right at 103. All right. We don't want it to get stuck in that situation. We don't want it to get stuck in there because it's going to be a mother bar situation. But as long as it keeps moving back up through that level of reclaim, work it. And then yes, you do have an actionable signal on the day. That thing goes in force above 108.76. Your first target's 110. Your second target's going to be 115. Let's go ahead and look at that broadening formation. Beautiful. All right, we're going to see if we can talk to these guys at 110. And then the next target's going to be 115. And then the next target is 119. Notice I'm not talking about a bunch of weird Fibonacci's and stuff. Notice I'm not talking about key levels and blah, blah, blah. No, I'm talking about actual targets. Take these people out. Take them out. That's what I'm talking about. And that's what Mr. Red Mr. Fail 2 is talking about, all right, getting back up through that broadening formation, trading that retracement, going back through the previous range, turning these people into losers, all right? They lose. They get nothing. Why? Because they're just holding those shorts, hoping that it goes back to the downside. Energy. That's right. Daily Q. Good job. Energy. Talking about that 322. When do we worry about mother bar? All right. Mother bar. Again, if it's in that scenario 3, it goes 2 down, 2 up, and then the next bar like goes stuck, it goes inside, and the next one, like, you know, it's just it's stuck in that range of that scenario 3. Now you have a problem. If it doesn't hit magnitude, which is the top of that scenario 3 or the bottom, if it doesn't get out of that range and it just, all the bars keep just trading in that, that's bad. That's bad. Back through the level of reclaim. That's right. That is right. So ExxonMobil, let's get through the broader averages real quick, and then we got to get to actionable signals. Right here, since you brought up energies, that's good. That's really good. So Dow Jones pretty much does the same thing. Possible 2-2 reversal back up for next week. I got some lines to clean up here. QQQ scenario, 1 bar rev strat on the week. All right, I talked a lot about SPY. Marlon B, the only person I know that trades small cappers, all right, to the highs. Possible, look at that, beautiful, possible hammer for May. All right, we'll see. UVXY, this is ETN. You can see the volatility is going down. That's good. That's a good thing. Yes, you can short this thing as it's going to the lows. Let's see, utilities, 1 bar rev strat to the upside, no actionable signal. Retail, XRT, retail, 212 up. You can still be in that, but no actionable signal for next week. XLK, tech, 1 bar rev strat on the week, no actionable signal for next week. XLE did go scenario 3 on the week. It's tiny, but it did go scenario 3. They're getting back in there, all right? That's blood red on the month. And honestly, May is probably going to open up way in here, all right? It's probably going to open up way in there, but it could go green. So we'll see what happens. We'll see what they want to do. XLE and energies, no actionable signal for next week. Biotech's been a hot mess. But we'll see if that hammer, if that closes as a hammer and gets us back to the upside. Biotechs, no actionable signal for next week. Healthcare, 2 down, 3-2 down on the month. But what do we got? What is that? What is that? Put it in the chat. What is that? No, don't put that in the chat. That's an ugly hammer. That's an ugly hammer. I was gonna say it's a hammer, but that's an ugly hammer. That's a little. But it is a potential 2-2 reversal back up. Now, if this thing goes in force, the first target is 139. It's going to hit that immediately. All right, and the same thing with the second target. This is our actual goal, 146. 146. All right. So, healthcare, cure something, would you? So this is going to be our actionable signal. Our actionable signal. Ugly hammer. Oh, ugly. You know, it ain't perfect. It's ugly. So we're going to put this sector on the weekly signals. I already did that from last night. All right. So weekly signals. We're going to look at stocks in that sector. Stocks in that sector. Just a few minutes. XOP with consumer staples goes. There's that failed 2 on the week. There's that failed 2 on the week. Doesn't. I mean, it did go in force and came right back down. Ugh, death. Not good. Not good. All right. And then shaking my head with semiconductors. You got a sub-try, which is a smaller broadening formation within the larger broadening formation, and it's all stuck in here. It did go 1 bar rev strat on the week. 1 bar rev strat on the weekend, but look at that month. Ooh, come on now. Come on. Come on. Get in there. And then RSP, which is S&P 500 equal weighted. This is important because the S&P 500 is weighted, meaning it gives the large cap, the Mag 7 more weight on what's happening in the market. This thing, RSP, gives all the stocks, big or small, the same the same, equal weighted, all right? So the average stock is 1 bar rev strat back to the upside. That's a good thing. That's a real good thing. This is important because some people aren't trading those $200, $300 stocks. They're trading the $50 stocks. They're trading the $10 stocks. They're trading anything above $8 stocks. Do not trade anything below $5. Anything below $5 is a penny stocks. Be careful with that. So this is good because it lets the average person, know the average trader with the average stock, you know what I mean? Like I said, anything below 200, it's like, okay, we got a chance. We got a chance. IWM is also double inside bar on the day. Okay, all right. Inside. Again, I would call that stuck, but it is inside bar for next week. So let's see what they want to do. That would give you. Now I have been saying that there's no actionable signal on the week, but you can work that inside bar on the day. Same thing with Exxon. You can work that inside bar on the day. Very good. Good eyes. Let's look for actionable signals for next week. Let's do it. All right, we got a question in the chat from Kaizen Trades. He said, "What would you suggest if someone is day trading? Where should you start? Daily signals, enforce and reconfirm on lower time frames or gappers, or maybe something else." All right, we also have we got Abbott in healthcare inside the week. Yes, you're right. All right, so let me answer this question first. For day trading, I suggest let's go to SPY. I'm not saying go trade SPY. I'm saying we're going to look at SPY. Why? Because it's just easier. Everybody's looking at it. It's just easier to talk about. So if you're day trading, what you want to do is you do want to look at SPY. You want to have at least 2 monitors. Let me see here. Yep, you want to have at least 2 monitors. You're going to have SPY on this monitor. All right, and then you're going to have the stocks you actually want to trade on this monitor. Why? Because you want to see what's happening in the overall market. You want to see what's happening in the overall battlefield. All right, right now, it's 2 down on the month, but there's buyers on the week. There's buyers on the day. All right, there's buyers on the day. When the day starts, you don't do anything for the first 15 minutes. Don't you do it. Don't do it. For the first 15 minutes of the day, do nothing. Wait till the smoke clears, meaning the battle starts right at 9:30 Eastern Standard Time in New York. That's when the market opens. All right. If you're in California, that's 6:30 in the morning. So you got to get up. So be careful. Unless you have an order that's already sitting there and it triggers, that's fine, all right? Because that's the platform working for you. But if you have not done anything yet, you don't have any orders in, you're just waiting, do nothing for the first 15 minutes. Why? Because as soon as that bell rings, especially in earnings season, you can guarantee there's people that are losing, that are trying to get out. There's people that says, this is my entry, this is where I wanted to be in, and they're trying to buy. And then there's people that don't know what they're doing and they're scrambling. All right, either they're trying to get out, or add more. Or they're averaging down on losers. It's a mess. All right, it's a hot mess for the first 15 minutes. And then Rob would suggest even wait for the first 30 minutes. If you watch my weekend shift with charts, we talked about just waiting for the first half an hour. Let the smoke clear. Now, after the smoke clears, and then the buyers are more aggressive or the sellers, now you can start working stuff. So let's just say right here on Monday it was red. All right, but then Tuesday 2-2 reversal back up. Once you see that 2-2 reversal back up on this other monitor, 2-2 reversal back up, that lets you know that the buyers are more aggressive. So what you're going to do is go to your weekly chart or the sectors. You can go down the sectors and see what other things that are 2 up on the day. That's where the buyers are. Go to those. They're already working. All right. Then you're going to drill down in those sectors for the things that are working in that sector. You're going to trade what's called a simultaneous break, and you're going to trade as many as you can. Let's just say 5 right now to make the math easy. You make 5 open 5 winning positions. 5 winning positions. Not just one. We don't just go, Roblox is working. Let me trade Roblox because that works. That works for me. No, I'm going, they're in healthcare. No. They're in tech. Let's just say tech. They're in tech. 2-2 reversal back up on the day. Tech is also 2-2 up on the day. What else is in that sector 2 up on the day? I'm gonna buy. I'm getting Best Buy. I don't know. Now I'm blanking. You're getting all these other tech stocks, all right? Up the, let's just, and then if it's easier for you, up to 5. Now you're trading 5 stocks, and you're working them to the highs, all right? You're working them as they keep going, and you could have worked them all week. Let's go to tech anyway. Let's go to tech. I'm trying to answer this question on day trading, all right? Look at that. Bam. You're looking for anything and everything doing that exact same thing. You're not looking for, your best trading ideas, and this is what Wall Street's bets says they're in, and I'm in GameStop. No. I'm in tech. And I'm looking for all the stocks doing the exact same thing as this because it's in force. The buyers are in there now. I want them all. I want like Pokemon. I'm capturing them all to the highs. And that is easier to manage trading that simultaneous break that way than trying to get your best 5 to 10 trading ideas. No, look for those simultaneous breaks. Anyway, institutional buyers are in tech, for example. Now, as the week progresses, as a day trader, as the week progresses, you're going to be watching the week, and you're going to be watching your days. And then you're always asking yourself, are the days reconfirming what we're seeing on the week, and is the week reconfirming what we're seeing on the month? If any of that time frame continuity changes, you need to push your stops up, get stopped out with profit, and either switch gears or do nothing. Now, I'm going to close this question with this. If you need to see all 4 time frames, even as a day trader, you need to see what's happening on the month. You need to see what's happening on the week. If you do not have the higher tier subscription to TradingView or TrendSpider or whatever trading platform you use, and you cannot see 4 charts, you need to at least see 2. You need at least see 2. And in the pre-market, you're gonna look at the week. You're gonna look at the month and the week. That way you can go, okay, they're buying on the month and they're buying this week. And then when the bell rings, you're going to switch it to the daily chart and the 60-minute chart. All right. Now you can toggle that 60-minute chart to smaller time frames like the 30 or the 15. Be careful, but you definitely want to have the daily chart up. That way you can see, okay, yes, they are buying today, and I'm trading reversals on the 60-minute or the 30-minute to work that. All right, does that make sense? That's how you want to do that. If you cannot see 4 charts, you want to at least look at 2. Man, that was a lot. That was a long answer for day trading. Gaps, you can trade gaps. Rob used to get people in there on the gap list, especially in earnings season right now. Why? Because when there's a gap up, the buyers are already there. The question is, are they going to keep buying when the bell rings? When the price gaps up, we look for that reversal back down. And then you hear people on Twitter like, why is it going down? They beat earnings and it's got great guidance. It's because the buyers got what they wanted and they're taking their profits. All right. So now you can start working that thing to the downside where everybody's balling. Everybody's balling. Anyway, and then when there's a gap down, you look for that reversal back up. All right. There's a gap down. Are they going to keep selling it? Or is the buyers going to go, this is a chance for us to get back in here? That was bad earnings. That was terrible guidance. But we want to be in here trading that 2-2 reversal back up or 2-1-2 up. All right, someone said Abbott. Oh, Abbott Labs. We already have this on the weekend watch list. It's inside week. All right, it is 2 down on the month, but it is inside week. Now, this could go either way. It could go either way. It could go above 132.89, or it can go below 127.14. Now, this could either, if it goes to the lows, it's going to reconfirm what we're seeing on the month. If it goes to the highs above 132.89, it shows that the buyers really want to be in here for a 2-1-2 continuation up. Yes, you can do that. And we do have a hammer on the day. Do we trade combinations? Yes. All right. I got a hammer on the week, and I want a side of hammer on. Excuse me, I got an inside bar on the week, and I want to get a side of a hammer on the daily, please. I want a side of hammer on the daily, please. That'd be great. Combinations. I talk about that in the Strat trade checklist course. We don't just take every dang reversal on the screen. We match them up with combinations. We look at time frame continuity. There's a criteria that there are 4 easy questions that we answer even before we get in on a trade. All right. So someone said, what is a failed 2? I said, what's a failed 2 like 4 times. Let's do it again. What's a failed 2? This right here is a failed 2. This is a failed 2 right here, meaning it went 2 down. It went 2 down, but then started coming right back up. Is that a failed 2? No. That's just going back up. Let me get a good one. Let me get a good example. Let me get a good one. Here's a failed 2 right here. Failed 2. It did go 2 down, but then it went green. All right, back to the highs in their face. All right, that's a better example. That's a way better example. All right. I don't necessarily ever say failed 2s, or I usually just say it's 2 up but red, or 2 down but green. It's just easier to say. There's nothing wrong with the term failed 2. Rob used to say that all the time. Is Nvidia, Apple failed 2? Let's go look at Nvidia. Nvidia, yes, that is a failed 2 on the week. So potential 2-2 reversal back up on the week in Nvidia. We'll put that on the watch list. I want to see hammers, shooters, inside bars, but it's already on the weekly signals list. All right, but potential 2-2 reversal back up. Let's see if we can get it going back through this previous range up in here and take all these guys out. There is a level of reclaim right here. If it gets back up in there, we have all of this to work. All right, all the way up to the top of that fractal triangle at 130. You have all these targets in that range. Hopefully it gets all the way back through that and we go talk to 130. Hello, how you doing? How you doing? How your mama doing? And then Apple AAPL. Hopefully those tariffs don't kick in, because if it does, Apple phone, then my phone is going to be $4,000 a piece. Anyway, yes, possible 2-2 reversal back up in Apple. Sorry, that looks weird to me. I don't know why, but it is in this level of reclaim right here. If it gets stuck in here, that's some other problem. If we get a 3-2-2 back up, it takes out 120 or 212, and then gets back up to 225. You have a reason to get in there. And a 2 down in green or a 2 up in red. Yeah. He's laughing at me. He's like, yeah, I know. He's just participating. Like, I know, man. Dang. Anyway, let's get to the weekly watch list. Let's break it on down. There's a lot of stuff in here from last week, but I also put a lot of stuff in here from this week. Let's look at what worked and what didn't work, all right? And we're going to narrow this down. Costco, this is for this week. Costco, hammer on the week for Costco. All right, and it is back in this level of reclaim on the week back here. All right, let's go see if we talk to 1,065.98. Goodness gracious. Is there going to be a stock split soon? Hope so. I hope so. But them Costco hot dogs stay $1.50, so they're, that's good. That's a good thing. Costco, hammer on the week. We're going to leave it on the list, of course. Now did work for the 313 Motor City Madhouse on the week. Why is this a 313 Motor City Madhouse? Everybody was freaking out in here. This thing went 312 down. They're like, yay, and then it went right back in their face. They're like, oh, not again, because it already happened back here. They sold it down and bought it up, and then it consolidated, and then they sold it down and bought it up again. My goodness, hot potato. If you're holding puts on that, you're like, get out of these. Get out of the puts, please. No actionable signal for next week, all right? Take it off the list. MKC, this is actionable signal for this week. The stock is $6.95. That's a lot. But it is hammer on the week. And then here's your month. All right, here's your months. Let's see if this Momo hammer reconfirms that there's buyers on the on the month, all right? And it is at all-time highs, so be careful. If that thing goes in force, your target's 728, 728. You can do that. You can do that. All right, clack, clickety clack. It did go 313 Motor City Madhouse back to the highs. No actionable signal for next week, but you can look for that 3-2 up. VRTX, this is for this week. Hammer on the week. This is healthcare. Healthcare. We already talked about this, all right? This is healthcare. Forming a hammer on the week. Green on the week. There's green on the week. There's buyers on the month. The green on the month. There's buyers in there. And then hammer on the week. Let's see if that goes in force above 498. Your first target's going to get hit immediately at 502. But so you also got 514 and then 519. Let's see if they get it all back up in there. All right, VRTX. Synopsis 212. Excuse me, 1-bar rev strat on the week. That one did work. Very good to the highs. And no actionable signal for next week. Take it off. Adobe. Adobe did go 1-bar rev strat to the highs. No actionable signal for next week. Take it off. I'm going to say that a lot. ANSS 1-bar rev strat on the week. Back to the highs. All right. Hammer and force on the week. There you go. You could still be in that, but no actionable signal for next week. Take it off. We're looking for actionable signals that reconfirm what we're seeing on the month. We're looking for hammers, shooters, inside bars. Scenario 3, 1-bar rev strat on ANC, ACN, no actionable signal for next week, but if you took that, you can still be in that. CDNS, very good, back to that previous range, back to the highs. No actionable signal for next week. AMGN, inside on the week. AMGN, this is also healthcare. AMGN, inside on the week. Inside on the week. Now it is shooter and force on the month, and this can go either way. Either it's going to go above 284 or below 270. If it goes below 270, you know what to do. CRM, there's a lot of crap on this chart. CRM, 1-bar rev strat, you could still be in that, but no actionable signal for next week. On the weekly chart, Humana in healthcare, looking at that hammer. Looking at that hammer and XLV, there's a hammer on Humana. All right, it goes in force above 267. The magnitude is 298. Come on now, give it to me. All right, Carvana, it is rev strat on the month. Excuse me, rev strat on the week. Get back into this level of reclaim right here on the week, above 223.02, and the magnitude right there is 294. So let's see if that continues on. No actionable signal for on the weekly chart. Shaking my head. 1-bar rev strat, no actionable signal on the weekly chart. Tech, 1-bar rev strat to the highs. We were looking for this to go to the lows. It did that for a little bit, but then again, right back in their face. Now the week is green. Excuse me, the month is green. All right, this is full time frame continuity back to the upside. They're getting back in tech. ADI, this is also tech. 1-bar 212 up. AVGO, that worked. Rev strat on the week. Getting out of that. Cutting it off. I'm cutting all these out because there's no actionable signals for next week. You can still be in this. These are good trades. There's no reason to get out. Momo hammer and force on Boeing. Shout out to Erica. This thing is working. I always make fun of her for trading Boeing. I'm like, you trade the worst stock in the world, Boeing. But hey, she don't care. She's making money. We laugh. It's a good time. Boeing, and then UHS, hammer on this is healthcare, hammer on the week, come on now, let's do this, hammer on the week. Now it's back in this level of reclaim. You have an actionable signal that supports that. If it goes above 175.78, the magnitude's 190, and then of course you got 195 at the top of this fractal triangle here. We'll keep that on list. Texas Instruments, 212 up. Very good, that worked. CDW, 1-bar rev strat on the week. It did work. All right. Johnny John, All right, Johnson & Johnson, inside on the week. It is 2-2 reversal back down on the month. We only have a week left. We'll see what they want to do here. Either it's going to go enforce above 158 or enforce below 152. You know what to do. AMAT, 1-bar rev strat back to the highs. If you just worked this weekend shift, weekly signals watch list from last week, and then watch the updates on the weekend shift updates throughout the week, that's on YouTube, you've been making money. You would have saw when it changed, and you would have saw what you needed to do, all right, to make money on these tech stocks. All right, WSM 1-bar rev strat. Taking it all off. All right, QCOM, you got to prune your lists. 2-on-2 up. QCOM, JBL, 1-bar rev strat. That was good. TEL, inside bar, hammer, and force, and it hit magnitude. That worked. Very good. From 131 up to 143. Come on now. Come on. Keys. Give me the keys to the car. Give me the keys. The buyer said, give me the keys. We're going back to the other side. But sellers are like, no, it's green on the, it's red on the month. No. Buyer said, give me the keys. We're done with this. We're going back to the highs. DVA, hammer in healthcare, hammer on the week. All right, it is 2 down on the month, but it is hammer on the week. Still getting through here. Costco and Netflix need the split. That's right. Netflix is also up $1,000. All right, $1,000. Craziness. Oracle, 1-bar rev strat. All right, that worked. Healthcare, we put this on the watch list, weekly signals, so we can watch this sector. And you've seen me talk about healthcare. All right, keep trading those simultaneous breaks. We have a Momo Hammer in CAH, healthcare, Cardinal Health. All right, Momo Hammer. Now this thing is at all-time highs. You got to be careful. We're not going to use no imaginary extended fibs and Fibonacci's and everything. We're not doing that. You can work that, but you got to know it's at all-time highs. Jam with buyers. That is true exhaustion risk. Let's see here. MPC with Marathon. Trying to come back up on the month. It did go 2-1-2 up on the week. All right. Very good. You can still be in that. Abbott. We already talked about Abbott. We already talked about NVIDIA. Green. This is full-time frame continuity back to the upside. Green on the month. A possible 2-2 reversal back up on the week. Here's your days. Here's your 60s. I don't need RSI to tell me that, all right? That is going back to highs. I don't need that. You don't either. DEC. Possible 2-2 reversal back up, but they're not doing anything. I'm taking these guys off. Get out of here. Fortnite, FTNT, scenarios 3, 1-bar rev strat. It's at the top of the broadening formation on the week. Looking for the 3-2 up on that. You can still be in that. Almost done, guys. D-Dog. Ooh, that's a lot. D-Dog, we're going to rush through these. It did work. All right, take it off. Let's go straight to, we're not going to, you've seen, there's a lot of them that worked, right? You saw a lot of these are tech stocks. XLE, no actionable signal for next week. I'm going to clean this up after the show, okay? I want you guys to, you saw my process, all right? You see how I'm cleaning it up. All right, you definitely want to go through your list and do your research. Look at what worked. Look what didn't work. Look at the ones you took. Look at the ones that you didn't take. What could you have done? Cisco, this is staying on the list. Possible 2-2 reversal back up. Dominion, D, it didn't do anything. Doji, it didn't do nothing. Microchip, it did work. 2-1-2 back up. Glow, Corning Incorporated. 1-bar rev strat. Looking for some good ones here. Juniper, what did Juniper do? 1-bar rev strat to the highs. Oh, we do have a hammer in Prague. That's also, I'm pretty sure that's healthcare as well. Hammer on the week. INTC, it did work, but it ain't doing much. HP, this is healthcare inside on the week. No, that's tech. I'm sorry. 1 bar rev strat, key, and this is a different key. 1 bar rev strat, woo, back to the highs, and then XRX back to the highs. I'm gonna clean this up. How do you do that? You go to the edits, and Prague was one. You're just gonna clean this up. If you have this watch list that imported in your, if you have it imported in your TradeStation account, it's going to get changed right now. Let's get it here. I'm kind of doing this by memory here. I need to clean it up. Yep, all those, get that out of here. Video was, that had, yep, glow. Get that out of there. NVIDIA's good. Get this one out of here. ANET, get that out. Get it out of here. MU, I can't remember what MU did. This one definitely nothing. Nothing. Costco's good. Abbott's good. Amgen. All right. So I got to go through that. Make sure I didn't really like destroy this list. Delta D Dominion. Get that out of here. All right. I'm gonna keep refining that. All right. So if you have my watch list, I'm gonna update that right now. So your watch list just updated at home. Okay. Give it some time. Give it some time. It'll update. Promise. All right. So a lot of healthcare in here. All right, let's look at the actionable signals for this week. Just do a review because you saw me just cleaning up my cleaning up the watch list. Costco, hammer on the week. MKC, hammer. Amgen, inside bar. Humana, lots of healthcare, hammer. Johnny John, inside week. DVA. All right, Diva, hammer on the week. Chevron, possible 2-2 reversal back up. All right, so if you're trading Exxon with Mr. Failed 2, you can look at, if you're looking at Exxon, you better look at Chevron. There's an actual signal there. All right, they both could go at the same time. That's a simultaneous break. KHC, excuse me, CAH, Cardinal Health, Momo Hammer on the week, Abbott, inside on the week, NVIDIA, possible 2-2 up, XLE, no actionable signal, possible, nah, it could probably keep going, but be careful, all right? We are looking at Exxon, we are looking at Chevron. ACAM, get it off of there. XRT, retail, nope. Again, more stuff to clean up. TLT, LNT, taking that off the list. That's a doji thing. That is not a hammer. It's a little tedious. All right. Yes, I could use a scanner and just like, here's a bunch of scans, and then that's what I'm working with. I could do that, but you're going to learn a lot more just manually going through the charts. Look for those actionable signals. PRGO, Prague. All right. Hammer on the week. HP, inside on the week, and key. Get that off of there. All right. I got a little bit more cleaning to do. Just a little more. I see the chat rolling. Hold on. I see the chat rolling. Update that thing. Update. All right. Let's see here. Hey, Abbott. Yeah, Brent gets it. He gets the joke. All right. Any last call for the stocks and all. Give me a. What do you got? I'm looking for a lot in healthcare. Give me a ticker. If you don't have any, that's fine. You can always go to the stock market scanner here on TrendSpider, and then go to the Strat Soldier Easy Setup Scanner, looking for inside bars, because there's a lot of scenario threes. So here you go, save. We'll put this out on Twitter as well. I'm gonna call it Twitter. His mama named him Twitter. I'm gonna call him Twitter. Right here, Strat Soldiers Easy Setups. There's 17 inside weeks. There's a lot on here I did not put on the list. All right. You can look through those. All right. Nothing. CVS they're trying to get their act together. All right. Trying to get their act together at $65 inside week. We'll put that on the watch list. All right. Take the time to organize your stocks by condition. So, seeing no more requests for tickers. Thank you so much for everybody being here. Thank you, Mr. Failed Ramstrat. Thank you, let's see here. Thank you. Did you look at ADD when trading SPY? Did you look at AD when trading SPY? No. No, I did not. No, I did. Beach Bum, Terry Baker, Mr. Fail 2, Daily Q, Beach Bum, I said it, Marlon B, Justin Davis, Lucy, Elose, Jason, Gulliver's Travels, Dub Jones. Thank you, Katie. Thank you, Katie. Thank you all for being here. It was fun. You guys make this stuff fun, and you always catch me on my own flubs. You don't give me no slack. Like, hey man, ain't that a continuation? Oh yeah, my bad. So much fun. Thank you so much. I got my Strat shirt on. Make sure, maybe we'll get some Strat shirts out there. Go check out thestratsoldier.com, thestratsoldier.com. All right, and that's going to get you. There's an ebook, brand new ebook in there called Hammer in Force. Hammer in Force. Now, a Hammer in Force is a 2-2 reversal backup. And going back to this, Mr. Failed 2. All right. Only trades 2-2 reversals. I love traded 2-2 reversals as well. Hammer in Force, that's my jam. It also comes with a bonus vid. Go check out Mr. Failed 2. He's also got an ebook sitting out there. I want to work with people that trade those strat correctly, all right? Don't let these people out here tell you some weird stuff and they get you in on some Discord and they teach you, all the bad stuff. But if they do, come back to thestratsoldier.com and I'll teach you how to do it right. Again, Hammer and Force ebook comes with a bonus vid. I'll be putting a one-on-one session out there for next week. Also got Combat Load. Combat Load is going to get you all the courses, 2 ebooks, and a one-on-one session, and a copy of the Strat Camp webinar. All of it, all in one bundle. And also, when I come out with any kind of new products, whether it be a video, whether it be a course, an ebook, whatever it is, it goes back into that Combat Load bundle, and you essentially get it for free. All right, so that does not end. As when I put out more stuff, you basically you do get it for free. All right, you get it for free. But you can also go into the stratsoldier.com and like piecemeal. You can get the execution course by itself. You can get the Strat trade checklist where I talk about time frame continuity by itself. You can get unlocking broadening formations by itself. Still waiting on the mug. I know, I've been looking for it. The question is, do I want to start paying another service to make these mugs and then you buy it from the company and they ship you the coffee mug, or do I just buy a bunch of these weekend shift coffee mugs and I'm going to the mailbox every other week? I don't know. We'll see. I know, Marlon B. I know. I know y'all want this. I know you want it. Thank you so much for everybody being here. Thank you for the super chats. I'm going to do a coaching session in about, give me 5 minutes. I'm going to do a coaching session, which is basically a mini one-on-one with the Strat of the Weekend Shift crew and the Strat Warriors. If you want to join that, get on YouTube. I'll show you how. Thank you so much for everybody being here. This was fun. Thank you so much. This is the Strat Soldier for the Weekend Shift. You guys have a good night. Remember, we learn how to trade the Strat, not so we can stare at the charts all day long, but so we can set up we can organize our stocks by condition, then set our orders, and then forget it. Shut your laptop, enjoy your life, all right? That's why we trade the Strat. I'll talk to you guys next week. This is the Strat Soldier for the Weekend Shift. Peace.